Hello, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to episode 1 of
Bold Moves.
Bold Moves by yours truly, Property Sisters of Michigan. So we're super excited for this very first episode. It has been a long time coming, and we are finally doing it.
I know. I can't believe it.
Lots of hurdles, setbacks, just reasons why we shouldn't do it. But we were like, no, we are doing this for us and for others that may find it entertaining, helpful, you know,
anything really, it's just something that we thought it's helping us. It's fun for us. And if anyone else can benefit from it, enjoy listening to it, we're here for it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. We have a lot that we want to talk about. And basically how this all transpired was Christy and I were sisters. We're in the real estate industry. We've been doing it a while. And not only are we in, real estate as sisters, we're obviously family. We have close friends in the industry that have become like family. There's always good conversation happening between the two of us, whether it's in the office, at home, in the car. We are literally at each other's hip all the time. If you know us as the sisters. They're together all the time. Mercy.
She loves me.
But in all seriousness, like we just felt like there's so much conversation that happens that we're like, if maybe this got out there or if we put it out there, it could really help somebody else, because I feel like a lot of people could resonate with the things that we talk about, whether it's about real estate or about
just real life.
Yeah, real life, family, personal, like just struggles.
Balancing the two. There's just a lot going on all the time. And
Yes.
I think it's just one of those things that we're like, you know what, we're going to talk about it, and we want to be open about everything. And
yeah, I could throw up all over this mic.
Oh yeah,
and just say everything that's going on in my brain, but that's a scary place.
We'll get there.
We'll get there eventually. But yeah, this is episode 1.
Yep.
I'm fired up. I'm excited. I really am. This is like, it's just fun. And like whether it's a flop or a bop, like I am here.
We're here for
it. I'm just going to have fun with it and take everybody along for the ride.
We're going for a ride. I love it.
Why don't you go ahead and start us off, sis?
So I just wanted to talk about a little bit about where the name came from. We were spitballing a bunch of ideas. Of course, we had to drop things in ChatGPT. It was just like everything. It's all real estate, this or that. And, we're just trying to get something that stuck with us. And once we put Bold Moves together, I feel like that really resonated, just because, this is bold. Like this is something that, it's scary, but it's also fun. Obviously moves, little node to the real estate,
we're moving, we're doing things. We're moving houses, and we're moving and doing other stuff.
Yeah, it just felt like it clicked. And I think that was really exciting for us to just, like, the first time we gave this a shot, we didn't even have a name. We didn't really have a topic to start with. And I think once that clicked, it just kind of unraveled all the possibilities, all the avenues we can take. Eventually we can bring guests on, different entrepreneurs, different things, people are doing in the industry. And I just think it really opened up a nice avenue for us to get started, to kick things off. And
I agree.
And I'm really excited about that. It clicked. So
I agree.
I'm here for it.
I'm really excited for not just, the stuff that we have planned. I mean, the ideas that we have, I guess not planned, because we don't really do well planning anything.
Yeah.
But just the stuff that unravels for us just based on, the things that we do. We might be biased, but I think it's super fun and super just like unfiltered. And then as far as like the guests that we want to bring on, just a couple people, come to mind.
But we'll get
that are not in the real estate industry. We want to bring other entrepreneurs, other different fields of, just some entrepreneurs, some just in different, business that we just have as friends, but all amazing people. And we're just so excited.
Yeah, there's so much to learn from everyone. So many people we know, we love, that, it's a mutual love and respect.
Yeah.
That I think this would be a fun platform just to mix it up a little bit. Like real estate is very, everyone, real estate, mortgages, it's all insurance people like in our industry. And I love hearing about it. And I love learning from all these people. And a lot of them are, the reason we're sitting here today.
100%.
But there's still so much more to expand on and just collaborate with these different groups of people. That's something that I think was another push for us to get this started too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. Just like to branch out a little bit, because real estate, when you're in real estate, that's all you hear. And like even your friends and family, they love real estate, but they're not doing it every day where it's like drilled in your brain 24/7. I mean, we wake up at whatever and jump on a 7:30 a.m. call every single day.
Shout out to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah. Like sometimes if I'm sitting down having dinner, I don't want to talk about what the interest rate is or whatever.
Yeah. Like when we're tapped out, but then it's like, you can't tap out sometimes, and it's like,
so it's just nice to branch out and just, we'll have different guests, different things to talk about, but
we're going to dabble.
It's going to be bold, y'all. Yep. It's going to be bold. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
I'm so here for it. So,
me too.
Yeah. So bold moves. That's pretty much the gist of it. We want it to be entertaining. We want it to be informative. We want it to be, just true, true to us. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm here for it.
Me too. And honestly, a lot of this, if you know me, I struggle with this like heavy, just social media, the podcast in general. I laughed at first. I was like, there's no way.
I had to do some
Raquel, I really will give it to her. She pushes me like so far out of my comfort zone. Ever since I really started real estate, like, good luck. You're not just going to be a realtor. You're going to be a social media persona.
Superstar.
You're going to be a TikTok star. You're going to be all these things. And good luck trying to stay in your bubble. Like
I had to make her Facebook for her. She wouldn't even. I was like, when are you going to sign up for Facebook? And because there would be different things that are going on in the real estate world. And she'd be like, how'd you hear about that? And I'd be like, Facebook. Oh, shit. I gotta make a Facebook. Yeah. When are you going to get on Facebook? And I had to push. She never did it. And then I said, you know what? Give me your email and your password. I'm making it for you. That's going to be your headshot. We're going to do your headshot. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. She's like, oh my God, it's happening. I'm like, yeah, it's happening. You're going to have your friends on there. You can connect with old friends. You can connect with new friends. And it's just a great way, not even just your friends, your clients, everybody. It's just, Facebook is a great way. Facebook and Instagram, those would be like my main two things, but just to stay in contact with your people, with your clients, your colleagues, whoever. It's just great stuff. But yeah,
you were right.
Definitely.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. I'm enjoying it.
It's nice to have you there.
But
now I don't have to answer for the both of us.
But yeah, but on that same note, and she's just always like sending me quotes, different things, books to read, like just anything really under the sun. But there is something most recently that I actually wanted to share, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
So it was a post that she sent me on on Instagram. So I'm just gonna read it because
I'm horrible with that.
It resonated with me. So
I don't even remember it.
Hold on, I'll read it to you 1 second.
She has
reading it for the class.
All right, so hold on. This is great for if you're watching this and not only listening. She has a little notebook. She's old school.
I do.
And
isn't it cute?
She's all about her aesthetic and how she does her things. So this is very much Christy's world of writing down everything in her little notebook.
I just have a lot of ideas.
I love it.
I love it. Keep them somewhere. There's notes on my phone, notebooks.
She has different notebooks.
We're trying.
For everything.
We're trying.
Yeah, you're doing
a lot
great.
going on over here.
You're doing great.
Thank you so much.
Let's hear the quote.
Okay. Okay. It says, "Don't fear failure. Fear being like everyone else. Fear regretting you never went for it. Fear playing small and being remembered for nothing. The purpose of your life is not to play small. It's to manifest your dreams, build deep relationships, and leave this place better than you found it."
Period.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I swear it makes me emotional. I don't know why. I'm like, it just resonated with so much. And like, it really just, it was the thing that took me over the top when I was just really hesitant about doing this whole thing, to just be like, why? Like, what is it that's
the
like,
thing.
You know what I mean?
You can just dog yourself all day and say like, well, no one cares to hear what I have to say. Or, I'm not influential. I'm not going to impact anybody. You can say all that garbage to yourself all day long. Mm-hmm. But like I've told you 100 times, I don't I don't want to cuss. I don't
I'm like looking for
care.
the beep.
I don't care at all about, opinions that aren't paying my bills. Just opinions in general, just like other people, everyone's always going to have something to say. But the good thing about that is there's going to be people that obviously will always have shade to throw, but there's going to be people that show you love. And whoever it is that we're talking to today, if there are people, they're going to show us love. And even if you're a hater out there, I love you too. But I'm just saying, like, this is how I like to live my life. Like that quote, I sent it to you because I feel like it resonated with me so much too, because I feel so strongly about just, fighting back at life. Like growing up, we'll get into that another time. But like, life hasn't treated us, easy, and everybody goes through shit, but like we've gone through and seen a lot of stuff, and that has turned me into, the person that I am today. And it's made me, I consider myself, a soft person inside, but also like I have a
Harder
very
exterior.
strong head, like I'm just like, F this, let's bust down the wall and do this and do that and whatever. Like I'll be scared as hell doing something. Like this to me, I'm comfortable talking to you right now, sitting next to you. We're not live. This is a recording. But when this goes out, yeah, I'll probably like, need to like, once I edit it and post it, like I'm gonna have a little freak out. Maybe I'll go like in my room or something. I don't know. But like it's not, but I just want to do it because I don't want to be, 30, 40 years down the line when I'm like, look at your life right now. What did you do that you're like, I did that shit, like that was me. I went balls in. I did this, blah, blah, blah. Like that's how I want to live. Like I want to look back and be like, yeah, I had a podcast. Yeah, nobody watched it, but guess what? I had so much fun doing it. I don't give a shit if that's how it
100%.
turns out. If it's a flop or a bop, I'm here for it. This is us. This is me and you, ride or die. I'm here for this, and if we meet people along the way, if it builds new connections, that's a plus. And there is no failure to this, in my opinion. I'm just like,
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to wake
agree.
up one day and like, I didn't do shit. I didn't go for it. You don't get a second chance at this. You got one life. You better run like hell, to do whatever it is you want to do. You want to read that book? Well, you better read it now, honey. You want to do X, Y, Z, all these decisions that you want to do, like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, guess what? You're going to wake up in a couple years from now wishing you did that yesterday. So that's where that's where like my being is, like, that's like my essence. Like I just like, I live there.
No, it's huge, but I respect you so much for it because it's such a hard thing to, it's very simple, but it's hard to execute on. And it's like, you don't realize it until you're taking the drive here. You're doing all the things, you're getting, things in place, people in place. And like, there's just so much that comes along with it that like, for me, it sends me into like a spiral. Like it's almost like the opposite effect and in a way, but that's why I'm so glad that, we are partners, we're sisters, but like also just like in this business together, because there's so much that, I don't know that I would have even done without you. And like, it's just, but it's just been such an amazing thing to have and to learn from you and to grow and take on that mindset that like it's pushed me tremendously to even think that way.
Yeah.
Because
you have definitely grown a lot.
Yes. And like our, like you were saying, our past, like you turned out a certain way from things and I turned out a certain way from things, and like a little bit of a good cop, bad cop sitch going on. But it's also like, it's such a necessary dynamic, I feel like, because you still balance each other out. Like, and it's important to keep having these conversations and keep pushing each other in different ways, even if it pushes our buttons sometimes. And like,
we want to hit each other sometimes.
But it's all love.
I will say too, and I love you for that. And I'm happy that it's, because I feel like, obviously you get upset with me sometimes when I'm like, too hard on you or like too hard headed. And it's like, sometimes I lack a little bit of empathy, even though I am a very empathetic person, I think, but maybe not. But I feel at the end of the day, it's like tough love almost. Like that's just, to push you out of your comfort zone. Cause I know you best.
Yeah, for sure.
I
would
know
agree.
you. I would say that in this world, I probably know you best.
I would agree.
Besides God himself. And mom. probably. But anyway, but I'm just thinking like in that same sense, you've also pushed me to do things that I wouldn't normally do, or maybe approach something a little bit softer than I normally would, or, tap into that a little bit, a little less Hulk and a little more, ballerina. I don't know, like trying to just to paint this picture for you guys. It's like, that's the dynamic.
Yeah.
That is how extreme we are, as similar as we are.
Yeah.
And you probably don't even know who's talking because our voices sound so similar. We are that much different.
Yeah.
It is the funniest thing, in my opinion. I mean, listen, if you're either here for us or you're not, and that's totally cool. Either way, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, the dynamic is real. It's so extremely opposite as it is similar.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that being said, it's just so much fun.
It is fun.
Like
most days.
Yeah, like you get to, like, there's certain clients that we get and I'm like, Christy, this one's all you. Or she'll be like, Raquel, this one's all you, because we know from life really and this business, where our personalities match. We've all taken that disc test. I mean, most people that we know have.
Yeah.
And should I share what we are?
Sure.
We'll give you 2 seconds to figure that out. But anyways, it's a good balance.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good balance, but
there is a lot of personality matching when you're even just for a new client, especially like when you want to build on that relationship. And like, it's funny too, because like, even if it is like her starting off with the client first time or myself, like it gets to that point that the intro comes and then it's like we soften it for whichever personality type it is. And then it's like, oh, here's my sister, which is also really fun. And then half the time they get a kick out of it. They're like, oh my God, you guys are like twins and blah, 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 which is hilarious. But it's just one of those things that like once it, like you take that initial introduction and then you bring in like the partnership. It's so
Here's
much fun.
Here's the ballerina.
Yeah.
Hope I didn't scare you off.
No, but it's so fun. Like, and our clients really enjoy it too.
They do. It's fun
really,
to see.
Yeah.
It's heartwarming and
It
very
is.
humbling. I do love people. I love helping people. Like that's,
it really is a rewarding career.
Oh God. Like, yeah. It's not why I got into it, but over the time, I definitely, I love that part of it. Yeah, meeting people, connecting with the people, helping them. I mean, everybody's going through something different. I don't know many people besides like first time home buyers that are like super excited to have to move. So you take on that load, but at the end,
right.
Everybody is 99% of the time pretty happy and pretty nice to work with. You always get your one off, but
that's the thing too, though. It's like you're not just, taking on this transaction and getting everybody, you're taking on somebody's life, like whatever it is, the good, the bad, the ugly, divorce, death, like there's so much involved that like
so emotional.
You don't realize that you're taking on, when you're sitting down with them or when you're meeting with them for the first time, it's like they're even hesitant to open up to you because
they don't know you.
They don't know us. Like, a lot of realtors, they give us a bad rap. So like a lot of people, they just are like super like, closed off, body language off, and just like, I don't know, can I trust you? And, once you actually have like a decent conversation, you're not trying to sell them the first house that you go to see. You're just trying to get to know them as people and figure out like, how am I going to help this person? And what is it that they need? Like, what am I going to be able to do for them, guide them? Timelines, there's just so much that you take on when you're picking this stuff up that it's like, okay. And now once you're locked in, you're like, their life is in my hands until we sit down at this closing table.
Oh, mercy on you.
And buckle up.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's a whole thing. So I truly respect so like everybody in this business. We all go through it. We all go through the ups and downs with our clients, with our, business in general, that like, it's not just there's not just
it's
one
not
thing.
Selling sunset. All right.
No.
Put some respect on our name.
Period.
Like everybody's out here running around. Realtors are this. They're not worth it. They're not worth it. Well, let me tell you something.
Sorry you had a bad experience.
You don't know the ins and the outs that we do all day, every day. And all these shows that are on HGTV and whatever it is else, shows that are out there, It's TV.
They make it look really glamorous.
It's pretty.
And sometimes it is glamorous. We do know how to have fun. And
a
we dress
lot of-
up. And it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
But we're working our ass
But
off
nobody,
in the meantime.
I don't know that I could think of any realtor that, even us, that have actually like posted like the bad. Like everyone's like, oh, I had a closing. Oh, I did this. I did that. Like, it's not often that we talk about like the shitty moments, because who wants to talk about that and who wants to meet that picture? But let me tell you something. There's a lot that goes on behind those doors that y'all don't know about. There are tears. I mean, just us, our clients, whatever the scenario is. I mean, think about it. If you're moving, what is the reason that you're moving? There's so many things that could be going on. And we don't only have one client.
Right.
So we got your stuff, we got their stuff. And
everybody wants to have, and we want to give 100% of our undivided attention too. And it's like making everyone feel that they are your number one priority, and which is the goal. And they are. Yeah, absolutely. But it also is so much of your time management, and
it's stressful.
It is. It's stressful. You're taking on a lot, and then still trying to live your life and,
Good
maintain yourself, your relationships, your family. There's so much. And I feel like for me, that was really, really, that hit me hard this year, because,
the work-life balance.
Oh yeah. Because I feel like, from like the end of last year till like, I'd say June, I was just pushing. Like I was grinding, like morning till night. Like I just was eating, sleeping, breathing, real estate, events, this, that, the other. And it was great. And also at the same time, I looked up one day and I was like, you're a train wreck right now. Like, what is going on? Like, and I'm exhausted. It was like, you run yourself to the ground. I swear to God. And
I remember going home one day. Sorry, I'm going to jump in really quick. I got home one day and I was like, where is she? And I think I checked your room and I was like, where is this girl? And I look over and she's passed out on the couch. It's like 2 PM. I think it was a weekend.
Just like curled up in a ball.
And I was like, dude, you need some rest. Like, you ran yourself into the ground, and it's like, I'm like, you better put Christy first, because that's another thing.
It's easy to do.
You put everybody else first, but you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yeah.
So that's super important, especially, in this industry, whether you do, mortgages or whatever it is. But that's also where I found myself this year too, at the same point.
And the best part is they warn us about this in almost every training that we go to, avoid that burnout and keep yourself on schedule so that you're feeding you too, and it's just like, until you get to that point and you're like, damn, like this is what they were talking about. And I'm like, how do I even come up from here? And honestly, no bullshit. Like my business did decline a little bit. It did slow down because I was just like, you need to take care of yourself. Like there was nothing left for me to give anymore at that point. And that's why I was like, okay, we're starting back. We're getting back in the gym. We're doing all these things that were like, I need to keep my best self together so that I can give that to my clients and to our client, everyone, really, your family.
Yeah,
it comes, it like when you hit that point, it's like, you're just,
it's a good old
you
brick wall.
and you. Yeah. And you're just like, okay, like what's even first? Like at that point, I had no idea where to even start, because you're just done. And at that point I was like, okay, this is what needs to be done to even get to that next step, because.
And I feel like sometimes like, if you're lucky, you won't hit that point to where you're like, you know what, I am going to have my morning routine and do, this is my time block and this is my this. And if you really stick to that all the days of your life, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
But most people,
life happens.
Maybe not. Maybe we're just the ones that are effed up. But most people, I would say, can fall off sometimes.
Yeah.
And like, you do run into life or, whatever, you just kind of lose yourself a little bit in the mix, and you got to like, be like, all right, hold on a second here. Where
got to regroup.
Let me just rewind the past like week or month or whatever it is and see what happened here. And now I am here. And how do I fix that? How do I rewind and say, all right, that's where I fucked up. Like that happened. Oops.
I don't know which one the beep is. Can't read it from here.
Whatever. It's the moment has passed. But no, I feel that. And on that point, I've been there too. And I will say what's helped me is my morning routine for sure, my night routine, whatever that is to you. Highly recommend reading The Miracle Morning. I was already kind of doing something along the lines of preparing for something like that. But it wasn't until I read that book that I was like, oh my God, I can add this. I can add this. I'm going to get up earlier. I got time for this. I got time for that. Wow. And everybody's sleeping,
Yep.
Man, I could cuss up a storm. We're not gonna, but that's like my favorite time is my me time. And anybody that knows me knows how much I love my alone time. If I'm in my room and the door is closed, do not enter.
Scary.
Do not enter. And if I'm in my car by myself, do not enter there either. But I that's where I ground myself is, I get up in the morning, 5, 6, whatever that looks like, go to the gym, get my workout in, pray, do all my things. That's me centering myself. And then, all right, then maybe like 8, 9 o'clock, I can start, answering calls or answering clients and following up and focus on my work because I have already situated my brain. I didn't just wake up and start running, like I was scrolling through Instagram today and my check engine light is on in my car. And I was like, I've been talking about going to AutoZone and getting that looked at for a hot minute, and I haven't. But this guy was going around asking all these mechanics, like, hey, do you start your car before you drive? And each one of them was like, hell yeah, 15 minutes or always, whatever, especially in the wintertime, better make sure you start your car and leave it on for a few minutes before you drive that thing.
Interesting.
Me, I'm like, turn that thing on and let's go. We're moving. And this one guy was like, do you wake up in the morning and then just start running? And I was like, damn.
That's crazy. I never even thought about that.
You don't want to do that. If you just get up, go in your car, go to work, boom, 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 you might as well just knock yourself one right in the jaw. And, that's your day. That's your life.
That is.
You should get up like a little ballerina and, mosey onto the bathroom and then wherever you got to go to read a little book or read a little affirmation or whatever your thing is that gets you in a good mood, happy, whether it's sunny or cloudy, whatever that looks like to you, that is where you should start, in my opinion, from my experience, because I've done the opposite and, shit the bed. Yeah, that's not fun at all. This is unfiltered again, you guys. So maybe your children shouldn't listen to this. Maybe they should actually prepare them for the real world. Maybe it's just us two. I don't know.
We'll see where it goes.
We'll see where this goes.
But I agree, honestly. And your mindset is everything in life, and especially in this business too. It's like you're gonna have the ups and downs, the roller coaster, your shit, your client's shit. Everybody's got stuff going on, it's just always something all the time. So unless your self is together and you at least have that time to take care of you, then you can go on and do whatever it is you got to do. So it's been a learning experience for it still is, you never
stop learning.
It just
you're not
happens
learning,
and
you're dead.
It's true. So anyway, so things are on the up and up. Thank God. Now we're here doing a podcast.
Yeah, where am I? Did I wake up here?
And it's been good. It's been fun. So
I'm having a great time.
I know this is cool. I'm glad we did this.
Me too.
I almost said no. So I'm really glad. I'm really glad I didn't.
I have been in my brain about this. I'll just keep it 100. I'm like, man, if this girl don't do this podcast, I can't do it without her. What am I going to do? I need some kind of outlet. Like, real talk, this is like therapy to me. It really is therapeutic. Like, and I'm freaking excited to have the guests on, but I'm also excited to just kick it one-on-one with you.
Yeah.
Because if we weren't sitting here doing this with the podcast and putting it out there, we'd be on the phone or we'd be at home or we'd be somewhere else having the same conversation about just whatever it is.
Yeah. But
So
I'm really glad that I didn't. And a huge reason, like I said, was I was like, I know, like, not that I'm not excited about it, but I know she was like really, excited about just doing this whole
I
thing,
just
putting it
wanted to put,
together. And I was like,
yeah,
I can't hold her back. And why am I holding myself back? And it just,
that's what
that
it
it
is.
was a whole, like I went down that rabbit hole in my head to be like, where is this coming from? Why? Like, and then you just start kind of facing your own demons, I guess, whatever they are.
You guys,
But
last night, this girl, I made dinner. I was going to say we made, but you get no credit for that.
I'm not the cook in the family. We'll just put it out there now. Okay.
Well, you did pick up a good, never mind. Anyways, besides the point. So we had just had dinner and she's looking at me and I know when she looks at me like this, I'm like, fuck, what's she about to say? And she's like, I don't know if I want to go do the podcast tomorrow. And I said, why? What is it this time? And she's like, well, like, I'm scared and I'm nervous and I'm this. And I'm like, what? Christy, I swear, if you don't, I said, I'm just going to give it to you straight, girl, because I can't sugarcoat this any more than, I love you. This is just, listen, who gives a beep about opinions? Whatever it is, I said, you really want to like go through life and wonder what could have happened had we done that podcast, who we could have met, who we could have impacted, how we would feel about ourselves, things like that. Like, I'm just like, let's just go do it. What are we doing? We've got the time. We've got an hour set aside a week, only 1 hour.
I know.
I'll mess around with edits or whatever, but like, it's just an hour. Like, it's not live yet. Let's just put it out there. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen?
She pretty much just told me to get over it.
I said,
all of it.
I said, I'm sorry. I cannot tell you like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, we're doing this. And I'm sorry if you don't like it, but we're doing it. Well, what are we going to talk about? Well, what are we going to say? And I said, I don't know. Whatever we do all the freaking time is what we're going to talk about and what we're going to say. And it's going to be great. And if people like it, great. And if they don't, awesome. Don't care. At the end of the day, I'm doing this for me. And if it helps somebody else, I love that. Yeah. That's the goal. But to keep it real, this is also for me, and for you. Like, yeah. I enjoy this and I'm excited to have other people jump in.
Yeah.
I think personally, I think it's going to be a bop. I don't think it's going to be a flop.
I think so too.
But
it's been fun. And I'm really glad that we did do this. So
yeah.
There was
sometimes you need
doubt,
a little kick,
but sometimes you need the push. And I definitely did.
Well, the devil came attacking us and said, here's a reason why you shouldn't do it. And I'm going to fill up your calendar with a bunch of other crap that is going to prevent you from making the time to do it. So this was actually supposed to happen 2 weeks ago. And then it didn't happen. And then we had a plan for it to happen last week. And then that also didn't happen. And then, we didn't, we had just some time that we put aside and it never worked.
Yeah.
It never worked. But like, I'm telling you, when you're on the cusp of something that like you really want to do, or like you feel it, like you want to just do it and you haven't done it, like that's when you're going to get attacked the most. Like, that's when you're going to get the one after the other obstacle, and you got to fight for something that's like worth it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like anything that is worth having, whether it's this or your education or whatever you're going after, like you're gonna have some type of obstacle to overcome before you get to the goal.
The other side, yeah.
Yeah, like, and if you've got that in your blood, like you just want to, there is nothing that will hold you back from getting whatever that is done. That's your growth. That's your character.
Yeah.
That is what shines about you as a person, I feel like, like,
yeah, absolutely.
I love that. That's just, to me, like when I see other people doing that, like, everyone says, oh, you're so lucky. to people that have made it or that show their success or whatever, but they don't see what it took to get there, And I think everyone goes through that. I mean,
everyone has a story. That's been a huge thing that we've learned too. It's like, it gives you like a sense of just knowing you're not alone. You're going through a lot of the same things and a lot of your own obstacles and stuff like that. But it's just really brought us, I think, into like, we've really come into our own a lot, especially in the last year or so that, certain people, certain things, just a lot of it has just been pushing us, in the right direction. Thank God, your
100%.
circle, and you'll hear everybody say it, that your circle really matters. And it's who you are. What is it? The five people you surround yourself with. I don't know, different versions, but you know what I'm saying.
Show me your friends. I'll show you your future. Type deal.
Yeah. All that.
Hopefully, because my friends are badass.
Yeah. All in. But then I'm so thankful for that too. Cause like it's all of this, all the events, all the people, everything. That's how we got here.
Well, we wouldn't have a podcast or a setup or anything if it wasn't for Unc.
Yeah. Shout out to Unc. Jimmy Nelson, in case you
I called him Jimmy one time again, and I was like, ew, that sounds weird. I'm not doing that again. Nope.
But well, yeah, it's just one of those things that, we're just super grateful. We have amazing people in our lives and just, constantly on the up and up. So
yeah, shout out EXP Realty for, not hiring, we're all independent, but like just having some real badass people on this roller coaster ride with us is, I mean, I would say some of my most cherished relationships have come from here.
Same.
Like we'll get into that another time.
I know. And a few short years ago, I wasn't even doing this.
Yeah.
Just had my 3-year anniversary. Isn't that crazy? Oh, wait. Where is it?
Love that for you.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been a great ride.
Yeah.
So
what else we got? What else we got cooking for these folks?
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, should I bust out the popsicle sticks?
That's what I was looking at.
So for a little bit of razzle dazzle.
Yeah. Do they say razzle dazzle anymore? Are we outdated?
I say razzle dazzle all the time.
Outdated? I don't know.
Care. Want to do the honors? So we have just some random questions, some personal, some business, a little bit of everything.
I just want to make sure the camera saw.
Right, yeah, it's right there.
I don't know.
This is all day. It's like
this is episode
all
1.
day.
I'm sorry. I'm scared. I don't know which one to pick. All right, I'm just gonna go for it.
Yella.
It's pink. Overcoming imposter syndrome.
Ooh.
How to believe in your success strategies to combat self-doubt and recognize your worth in business. What do I have to say about that? Overcoming imposter syndrome. Guess what? I'm doing it right now.
Where?
I am just a true believer in whatever you have set in your heart and in your mind, do it.
Yeah.
Or else it's going to eat away at your soul. Truly.
It's true.
Like anything that I do, like real estate number one, putting yourself out there on social media, you think to yourself sometimes, who do I think I am to do this? Am I famous? No one gives a shit about what I'm going to talk about, or my new listing, or my just sold, or my this, my that, like all these things. Like you can, like I said earlier, you can always think bad about yourself, but what about if you thought good about yourself? I have struggled with this. I mean, I could
honestly, same. Even after I sold the first handful of houses,
like, I don't want to post that I sold the house.
Yeah.
Did I even sell the house?
Right.
What is going on? But
I think we all feel it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Especially in this industry. And there's so many amazing people too that, sometimes you can't help but think, certain things. But I think it just comes with being a human sometimes, honestly. And
I got to plug my computer in.
I'm like wondering what's going on. But it's just one of those things that like you're doing it. So get over it. Like leave all that leave it at the door. What's going on?
My girl, she's gonna die soon. My computer. Sorry. Well,
sorry, technical difficulties.
Give us a break. This is our first episode. All right.
I love it.
That's really weird. Oh, there we go. Ha! We ain't going anywhere. All right. Cool.
Well, yeah, imposter syndrome. We all go through it.
You just got to do it.
Just, yeah.
Like I said earlier, you either, you can go through life being scared. You can go through life, thinking, what if I did this? What if I did that? I'm going to sleep on this another day. Or I'm going to blah, blah, blah. Just get over yourself.
Fake it till you make it.
Get over the opinions. Get over this, scarcity mindset. Just
limited beliefs.
Do whatever is in your heart and put it out there. And if people like it, hell yeah. And if not,
it's all good.
Who did it really hurt? Did you have bad intentions?
Right.
Did you hurt somebody?
Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah. Just think to yourself, I got this. Okay, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, who am I? Well, who are they? Who are they? Who are you? Did God not make us all equals?
We're all just people.
We are all just here. People. I had a really horrible teacher. I feel like this is going off topic, but I feel like I answered the question. I had a horrible teacher in elementary school. Let me tell you, she ripped me. She did not like me. I've never been a good student, but I was in third grade. All right. What are you doing, lady? Getting loud with a third grader. I went home crying my eyes out one day. I got off the bus. I held my tears. I remember this. I held my tears in that classroom until I got home off the bus. And the second I opened that front door, I was like, Mom! And I cried. And my mom was like, what the hell happened to you? Who did this to you? And that was a whole scene, right? We went to the school. I got worked out of her classroom, blah, blah, blah. There was multiple incidents. Whatever, homegirl just did not like Raquel. But my mom told me, she's like, Raquel, I'm going to tell you something. Do not let anybody make you feel that way in your lifetime. They are just people. I don't care if they're older than you, if they're bigger than you, if they have an authority, and if they're an authoritative figure, whatever it is. She's like, do not ever let somebody make you feel that way. And I promise you, ever since that day, I have remembered this since I was 8 years old. Any other teacher after that, they had something coming for them. I was coming for them. You could not get after me after that. True. Yeah, that's when Raquel was really born, was third grade when I got stepped on. Yeah, I came up. I definitely came up. Oh, yeah. And any other teacher that had a problem with me, best believe they got it right back. So that's all I have to say about that.
Not sure how we got there, but I'm happy we
did. I don't know, but yeah, third grade Raquel is really proud of 31-year-old Raquel. So you can go ahead and pull a popsicle stick. I just went down a rabbit hole that I didn't even know existed anymore.
Oh.
Fun little game we have. And also I'm excited for when we have guests that they can pick their popsicle stick. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right.
Says, if you could have any superpower for a day, what would you choose and why?
That's fun.
Interesting.
A superpower. Give this some thought. Give this some real thought. And for you listening also, I want you guys to immerse yourself in this conversation. And one day maybe we'll go live and we'll do some popsicle stick pulling. But I want you to think to yourself about these questions too as we're getting into them and answering them also, because it's like this. That's what we want this to be for. We want you to dig a little deeper inside and find that little monster Raquel, or find that ballerina Christy. You know what I mean?
I swear.
Dig a little bit deeper. So the question is, if you had your own superpower,
if you had any superpower for a day, what would you choose and why?
Yeah. Honestly, don't think small. Think big. What are we thinking?
I'm still thinking, but I feel like, I don't know. I'm stuck between a couple, but I think it's kind of going to sound a little generic, but I think I'm going to say to fly. I think I just have to stick with that.
Okay.
It would just be.
Where do you want to fly to?
I was just thinking, because so we have family like, across the states and things like that. But it's just like one of those things where I'm always wishing I could be in so many places. And if I could get there faster and do all these things and, see all the people that I love and they're here and they're there.
So do you want to fly or do you want to teleport?
Oh, yeah. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Well, if you want to just voom, voom to like A to B, or do you want to like flap them wings and like soar? You know what I mean? Have a bird's eye
that
view.
sounds fun.
Right? That's
Either
what I'm
way.
saying.
Yeah. I'll stick with flying.
Yeah. Might take you a little longer than teleporting.
That's okay. Enjoy the journey. It's about the journey, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much where I've been
soaring
at.
like an eagle. That's a fun one.
Yeah.
I like it.
But that would be me. I think I've just been really trying to reconnect with, like I said earlier, just with our family, my friends, just, when you realize how disconnected you've been and like, you're like, these are the people that mean like the most to me in my life. Like, and I'm just here in my own world, in my own head, dealing with my own bullshit. It's like, none of that matters, at the end of the day. It's like, I swear it chokes me up even just thinking about it, because it's so true. Like, you look and you're like, damn, like, what's it all for? What's it all about? What are you doing? Like, why are you just spinning your wheels? But you have like this, like, this void. And you're like, well, I haven't talked to really anyone besides my clients. You know what I mean? Like, and
no, I feel that.
You are, whoever is in our circle for so long, and not that I don't love them dearly, but it's like there's so many other people in my life that are getting.
Well, it's what's your why?
The
right?
last,
why are you working so hard?
Yeah.
Why are we doing this podcast? Why does anything matter at this point? Who are you doing it for?
Yeah, and I don't want to give the shitty end of my energy to everyone else, and it's like, that's what matters to me. So
you can't pour from an empty cup, right?
Yeah. And that's pretty much been the planet I've been living on for the last couple of months, and just trying to dive deeper into Christy as a person.
So you're flying.
So I'm flying.
You're flying.
And I'm gonna go see everybody.
Everyone's getting
I'm
to
gonna
visit.
go say what up. I'll be on your front porch.
Knock knock. It's me. I'm trying to think of what I would do if I had any superpowers.
I was just gonna do that. Oh my God.
First thing that comes to my mind is to heal people.
Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah, because I just know a lot of people that struggle with a lot of shit, myself included. Family, friends that just have, health issues, and whether it's physical or mental or emotional or whatever, I just want, I would love to just, healing energy. Boom,
I love
you're
that.
cured.
I love that.
I think that would be dope. But also, life is life. You're not going to fly. I'm not going to be out here curing people, right?
But I think at the same time, like, the energy is there.
Yeah.
And as long as you're giving that positivity and that.
Yeah, that's a healing energy for sure.
Like that mindset alive and doing all of that. I think that's.
You just spun my brain.
That's as much as we can do.
You just spun my brain, because I'm like, well, now that I'm thinking about this and I want to heal people, I do actually try to nurture others, and I tend to come across people that I'm very I don't want to say motherly to, but I'm just that, I feel like I have that personality where I just want to come talk to me. You know what I mean? Even though sometimes I don't want that, but besides the point, that's already in my nature.
Since you opened up that part of yourself, I feel like you've really been wanting to give it back.
Give it to other people. Yeah.
Who you can help, even though it seems pushy sometimes, or it seems, maybe it's not the right time to say certain things or whatever it is, but it's the intention behind it.
Yeah. But I think it helps.
And I do think it helps.
I think I have helped 100%. Some other people.
I really do believe you have, myself included.
In a humble way of saying, I hope that it does. But I also think for you wanting to fly, sometimes she'll be like, do you want to go here? I gotta go there. I gotta go to my sister's. I gotta go to see my dad. I want to go to Vegas and see my other family. She flies. And sometimes I'm like, girl, no. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. You fly. Like, that's so funny to me that we just pulled that stick, said what our superpower is, and then we dug a little deeper, and it's actually like something we already do.
Mm-hmm. To the best of our human capabilities.
I hope you guys tried this. What do you call it?
Fun little exercise.
Yes. I feel like that was exercise.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was fun.
See, I told you this was going to be like therapy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's already almost been an hour. That's crazy. Crazy.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
We didn't think we were going to get past
20 minutes, maybe.
Half hour.
Yeah. Give or
Who would
take.
have thought we wouldn't shut up?
I know. I love it.
That is so funny.
We should probably wrap on a positive note.
Let's do that.
Okay.
Well, I'm first of all, I'm excited because I had no technical difficulties. I said, aside from one plugging in my computer, we won't talk about that. But I am under the impression that everything has been recorded correctly. Shout out Unc for all of this. I'm pretty sure I pressed record on the board. I pressed record on my computer. Yeah, this is all good things. This is episode 1. We promise you that we will be consistent. We will be here for you. We're going to bring you, obviously this wasn't even about real estate, but we'll talk about real estate sometimes. Yeah, here and there it was, but like this, we hope that
you're going to get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, like we hope you got something out of it. I would like to think of myself as a positive person. Sometimes I feel like I'm maybe a little bit on the aggressive side, but I feel like I try to gear it towards positivity. So we'll try and keep that going for you. I know Christy's a ray of sunshine, flower child. But that's, the gist of this. So it's going to be off the wall, but it's going to be bold and it's going to be fun. I'm just excited that we finally got episode 1
I know,
down
in the books. I love it.
Episode 2, it's going to be random. We don't know what it's going to be, but I love it and I'm excited
we'll keep getting
to
it out
share
there.
it. And I just hope that people end up liking it because as much as I love, our squad, I wanted to do this to branch out to more people.
Of course.
Because I feel like me and you coming into the trenches together, there's so much that's unanswered or like feelings that we've had that we had to like hash through together. And some people don't have a sister or they don't have a friend to confide in, or they don't have an amazing mentor like Unc, or they don't have a company that's backing them, where they can connect with different people that you're not going to connect with everybody, but you might find 1-2 people that, push you
really
to
click and
push you to do better for yourself, or like, or keep you uplifted, keep you going. Like, me and you both have our moments where we're like, man, we're down and out. And then we got Unc like, no, girls, you better get out there and do it. Like,
I swear.
I'm going to teach you how to use this soundboard and you're going to do something. Right. Like,
I swear.
So,
but it's
we want to be that for other people.
Yeah.
If they don't have that, I certainly do.
Absolutely. Big sis energy over here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like, I feel like everybody should have somebody that they could talk about things, or at least hear things that, I'm not the only one that feels that way.
Yeah. Get a different perspective on certain things. You just never know. I think it's just another opportunity to connect and, see where it goes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
And you'll get different opinions out of both of us.
Yeah.
Even though we're sisters, we do think differently. We are 2 different people.
Yeah. I know, it's crazy.
She's older. Christy's older than me.
Yep.
So,
but well, I love this. Great first episode. Thank you guys for listening.
We think so. Yeah. If you made it this far, God bless you. Thank you.
I didn't pass out, so it's a good episode for me and my nerves. But I love it. So I'm excited. We'll see you guys next week, I guess.
No, I guess. Hell yeah. We're gonna see
it's a thing now.
Next week. This is gonna be the first day of the rest of our lives.
Period.
I want to keep this going, and if whatever, we'll keep it going. And
period. All right.
Good luck.
Episode 1. Yeah. Episode 1, bold moves.
Peace out. How do I turn this off?